What's up? I'm Hugz. That's Sam. Welcome to Hugz and Sam. Today we're getting into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 36. Last we heard, General Raven showed up at Briggs talking to General Armstrong. They kind of had a little plot for her to mislead him, okay, to get more information. They've kind of stumbled upon this whole grand scheme of apparently Father and just Amestria in general was created to do, I guess, a giant sacrifice and to make a giant Philosopher's Stone.
So they did like this underground tunnel.
Yeah, Sloth has been digging. What a pain. Doing his thing. And General Raven shows up with Kimblee. They get in this situation of putting General Armstrong in there to get information. She seems very interested on immortality and just the idea that Sloth was like this greater, larger-than-life type of human or entity. Yeah. Whatever. You know, she talked about his body and stuff like that, where General Raven says the iconic line, which he said before we heard to Miss Doubtfire. Yeah. Would you be interested in a legion of immortal soldiers? Right. Would you?
No.
I mean, I would if I was a ruler trying to take over somewhere. I'd love immortal soldiers. I'd be all about it. All right, well, let's go ahead, check it out, see what's going down. Did I just out myself as an evil overlord?
I guess, yeah.
Hey, I'm Slytherin. I got sorted in, so let's just do it.
I'm Hufflepuff.
That's not surprising to me.
Forgive me, but I have to use you.
What the hell? So we were right. He is like... So is he a homunculus then? Is he Pride?
No.
Is my theory right?
No.
I'm realizing that I really am a monster.
So are they part whatever he is then? Like, do they have that in them?
What is it?
If they did, though, wouldn't they just regrow their...
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Regrow his body part?
A photographer.
Yes.
I mean, if they gave it up, though, I don't know if they
we
can.
don't have a single family picture.
But we don't know exactly his abilities.
He just ripped his chest and...
He stabbed it, and then...
He was healed.
The people that he was naming...
You hold Anne, all right?
He was naming off. It's like they're parts of him. And then whenever his blood dropped out, it's like...
You can go ahead.
The blood became life. Like, it, like, evaporated kind of thing.
But his wounds were healed.
Stop calling yourself a monster. It's not true.
Say cheese, everyone.
Wow.
He's taking it. Smile, dear.
That's so sad knowing that...
That's why it's
so
covered.
sad.
That's why it's covered. It's because he's crying.
That's so sad knowing she dies and he leaves. And... Oh, is he just figuring out the... Was that him figuring out their plan?
There, that ought to do it.
Must have been. It looked like, it looked like
It was the same circle.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. This is already like my favorite episode because I've wanted to know so badly.
Tell the children. I don't want them to know.
It's just still so like cryptic, like.
Sure you don't want me to wake them?
And to think they like hate him for leaving, you know?
Oh my god.
The more I think about it, like, it just fits my narrative for him to be Pride because I feel like that story would be so cool, you know? But it's not the voice that gets me, it's what they talked about. Like, he wouldn't have been buddy with Wrath and, like, kind of talking about what Father wanted and things like that. Like, that completely makes sense that he wouldn't be Pride. It's just, I want to know how he fits into that group.
Right. I don't know, cause like he stabbed, he like stabbed his fingers in.
Like, pulled blood
and then
out.
pulled blood out, or like it squirted out, and then it hit the ground, but then the blood like evaporated, which makes me think that.
But it didn't go like the. You know what I mean? Like, normally if they get wounded, it's got like the electricity in it.
Was it gone? Were the holes gone? Okay, because I don't remember.
Because it was just like.
I don't remember it like showing his chest after, but they might have. Like, I just didn't catch that. But like, so he was naming off these random names, and then he said.
He made mention quite a few times about when I took this body.
Yeah.
That's what's throwing me off.
I just feel like, you know how, like, Envy had, like, the souls of her, like, the faces, like, all over her, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what I feel like. He was, like, naming off people that sacrificed that blood for him.
For the stone or whatever that I assume is in him. I don't know that he has a stone in him, but
just, why would
he appears to be a
like...
homunculus, but we haven't seen the tattoo either, though.
Yeah. And you would think if he had the tattoo, the boys would have seen that, but then they were still so young when he left.
And also, he was able to have kids, so I feel like he wouldn't be a homunculus. I feel like he would have to be like
I feel like he's something completely different that we don't even know about yet.
But he's definitely attached to Father.
Because he looks just like him.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, and Father even mentions him, like, by name, you know, and...
Well, yeah, but he didn't know he had kids.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And then... Hohenheim, he like, did he seem surprised to you that he was able to have kids?
Not really,
because
but
like whenever
he kept
was
referring
like
to
talking,
himself as a monster, and that it scared him that the children were aging when he wasn't.
Yeah, but to me, it kind of seemed like he was surprised that the kids weren't aging or were aging. Like that told him like,
see, but they
didn't get what I have.
Yeah, but the thing is, they would never have been able to be born because technically their bodies wouldn't have turned into a baby because it wouldn't age.
Oh,
do you get what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good point. Yeah.
That's like the ultimate vasectomy right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dang,
but
God, that's terrible.
It is. That's what's throwing me though. Is how did he have kids? Is he some sort of weird hybrid or something? I don't know.
Why does he look just like Father?
Exactly.
Like, so is he just like this other guy that like took on the body of like that Father gave him to look exactly like in his image,
which is what made me think
it's like
pride,
he's like a god, like
because I'm like created
in
exactly in his image would be such a prideful thing.
Yeah,
that's why. But I know it's not. Like I get it. I know people are gonna be like, just drop it. He's not pride, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it just for me, it would fit so well in the story, like. The son, you know what I mean? Like the freaking prodigal son of Father that looks just like him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being pride. It fits so neatly for me that I just want it to be. And I know it's not, so calm down. Just let me live my life.
You don't know. Like, pride could be residing within him somewhere, or like...
Kind of like two different, like, Ling inside of
yeah, it could be like something like that where like something could switch over and...
I don't think it's going to be something like that. Just because...
You don't know.
Just because, like, Pride was like... I don't know. Pride's definitely attached to Wrath or just can talk telepathically to
I just
whoever.
don't feel like Hohenheim would have anything to do with them because like
exactly,
whenever he was like drawing the circle and everything, he was like, oh, like, you know, he was upset about it, and like I don't think he would have anything to do with that just because of his reaction to learning about the circle.
I don't know. All right, well, let's get into it, see what's going down. I know we stopped and it seems like we got into a lot of stuff at this point. Yeah, but it's like that was a big bomb that was dropped on us to start the show, and I don't want to hold on to that
because it's like I don't know, like first time watching through, you know, it's like you don't quite like catch everything that maybe you need to have seen, and like, and it's like
because look at what the Freezing Alchemist looks to us now.
Yeah.
35 episodes later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the first episode, we thought he was like crazy.
Yeah, like crazy awesome.
No, like crazy terrible person.
Yeah, but he was awesome too. But
yeah,
anyway,
but I'm
he
saying
was an awesome villain.
He tried to destroy the city, and like he just seemed like the eponymous bad guy. Like,
but now, like I
turning
think he
against
was like
the
a
military,
good guy.
He's like a terrorist, you know. But now it's like he tried to
good.
warn them.
Like, but just like, you know, way back then, we thought Hohenheim was this terrible dad that just freaking walked out on his family. But
I always believed that he left for a good reason. I always believed that he probably left to save the kids, but now we know it's like he doesn't age. He's some sort of hybrid or homunculus. Like,
I always just had a feeling he was a bad guy.
See, I always believed that he was into shady business, but that he left to save them.
I just feel like too, like, and I mean this might be dumb to say, but like, I feel like their mom was too nice to have like loved a guy that was so bad.
There's some nice people that
and that's
fall for
why I'm
bad
saying
people.
like it might be dumb for me to say that because that is true. A lot of nice people fall for really terrible people, but like
look at you, you're really nice.
Whatever.
Which means I'm a terrible person.
Actually a really mean person. I'm just kidding.
But anyway, I always I wanted to believe that he did it for pure reasons. You know what I mean? I didn't know, but I did assume it was shady business. Because if you have to run away from your family, normally that means you've been into some shady business.
And to call your own self a monster, though, like that's... Anyway, we said we were going to get back into this, so...
We'll jump into it.
I could talk forever about this.
See where this is actually going. I mean, between Death Note and now the way FMAP's starting, like...
Everything's just taking a turn, and it's like, I'm so excited.
I love when all the shows
like,
we're watching like get into the same lane and they're all going like super deep because it makes like great weeks for us.
Is it gonna be like?
Is there a train coming?
What
the hell? What?
You're so dead.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that's so creepy!
I love that it made the tunnel look like nighttime. And it had the eyes like freaking the truth.
Or getting old. You want it too, don't you?
What is this episode?
Is to kill you.
I'm so surprised she's not just like
only two answers.
Going ham on him.
She's probably trying to like be smart about it.
Can you tell me, General, on the day when this dream comes true, will my men share in this gift as well, or is it only for me?
Let's move.
He's gonna know that she knew, right?
I don't know. Because they found the tunnel because Sloth busted through, so they had to find the tunnel.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that they know anything.
Man, what was that thing down there? That's so creepy.
Just his arm.
It reminds me of that void creature
it's
from My
still missing,
Hero.
sir. And his horse can't lead us back.
Yeah.
It's too terrified to be of any use.
Oh man.
Henshaw, get a rescue party.
All they
I'm
have
afraid
is
you
his
can't do
freaking
that, General
arm. Like, where's the
Armstrong.
rest of the body?
That tunnel is too dangerous. What have you done with the immortal monster you were telling me about earlier? Obey strength and obey the power. Isn't that the way it works? Fullmetal Alchemist.
He's getting it twisted.
Yep.
He doesn't know.
It appears you've been good
Whatever
boys
that
and kept
thing
your mouths
is,
shut.
and I know I say everything
You
is
don't seem
pride,
happy.
but it stuck its claws through the people like lust.
Yeah. Like whenever like it's the fingers or whatever stuck through, like it totally reminded me of Lust.
Yeah.
But could that be Lust? Like Lust is dead.
Yeah, but could he have made another one?
That's what I'm thinking.
So it could be lust. I don't know. I just feel like nowadays, it's like every time I see something new, I'm like, it's pride. Like I want.
Well, yeah, like we want
saying?
so badly to know, like to find what like about pride, but like.
It could be a new. Well, lust never did that though.
What?
Like turned into a freaking eternal shadow that like had eyeballs and stuff. And you would think if at the point she was about to get murdered and like decimated, that if she had an ace in the hole like that ability, that she would have popped that out. Like she would have used that bad boy.
Like it could have just taken on like a different form.
Yeah. I don't know, because it seems like the new Greed just does exactly what the old Greed did.
Yeah, but it looks different.
Yeah, but I'm saying as far as like ability, like if she had the ability to do that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
but for sure, like that reminded me of Lust.
It just was so like that's why I'm sitting here like that's what Lust did. Like
I don't know. And now we got Hohenheim is basically like a hybrid, whatever. Like it could just be something that's not even one of the sins. Like what are the other ones?
Like
Good morning, Sloth.
Whatever.
Did you have a good rest?
Who are you? I'm still sleepy.
So he called him by name.
There's still a lot of work to be done here. Pride explained it to you now, didn't he?
I guess. What a pain. Oh well. I have no choice.
Are they not, like, weirded out that he referred to him by name?
He's helping to make this country even greater than it already is. Of course, it's still a top-secret operation. So close this hole and guard our secret. I'm counting on you, soldiers. It's people like you who make this country what it is.
Wow.
Those who aren't chosen, will they be sacrificed for those who are?
Yes, the survival of the fittest. The weak will become the foundation of the country, and the strong will take their rightful place on top.
Is that what happened in Ishval?
Indeed, they were part of the plan. They were weak and deserved to perish for the good of their betters. I'll speak with my superiors about preparing a seat for you.
There's no need.
What's that?
Oh my gosh!
Did Smith lose in the tunnel? The left or right?
Wait, what are you?
Growing old is truly terrifying, isn't it? No general. Before you became so afraid of your own mortality,
You would have been one of
I have no seat for you. You're going to lose the one your moldy ass has clung to for too long.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Into the concrete!
Mortality
Damn!
was right before our eyes.
She just like mafia'd
Oh
him!
my god!
She just like went
Get in
gangster!
touch with Major Miles.
Sir.
The
Damn!
rest of you, we have work to do.
Took him out like Jimmy Hoffa.
He gave her clothes.
I want
Aw.
that concrete nice
Oh
and
my
level.
gosh!
Right.
Oh my god! I freaking love her so much. I
Is it
can't
because I was
even.
a state alchemist, one of the ones who served in the war about how your countrymen
Now
died?
if Miles kills
Shut your
Kimblee,
mouth,
like,
Kimblee.
my dream journal is just
You don't
complete.
want me to tell you?
I said to shut up!
Major, may I have a moment with you?
Oh my god! Oh my.
Message for you
I'm
from
like
the-
tingling, like, I can't even.
Operation complete. No need to buy more time.
Roger that.
I'm like a little schoolgirl, like, I'm just like giggling.
You should be grateful. I brought a visitor with me to see you. A visitor?
Why did you come here? Why? Why do you think? You have to adjust your automail for the north, don't you? And just what are you doing in that cell?
We didn't ask you to come here!
What's with you? I was worried about you, idiot! Someone from the military contacted me, so I came.
Military? Don't be so hard on her, you two. The Fuhrer was concerned about you. He wanted to make sure you were taken care of.
Oh my gosh!
He
gotta watch
threatened
that.
before, okay, to do something to Winry. And I warned him at the time, Fuhrer, I'm gonna come for you if you come for my girl Winry. I'm so angry. I'm like literally like I've been on this rush. Like I was like giggly. Like at one point when she killed frickin' Raven, I'm like,
Yeah, oh yeah, we both were laughing and then like there was just
I was
blood
just like, I
squirting out of
can't-
him.
I
I'm like,
just
we're
can't.
terrible people,
well, just
but
out of
I mean, I don't
nowhere,
care.
she's like, whoosh, and I was like, holy
Yeah.
crap! Like
And then she freaking
Wow.
put him in the concrete. That is
that's
savage.
OG. That's like
That
anybody
is
that loves mafia movies that's like super gangster. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's legit.
That was awesome. So I'm just
Alright.
super worried though about Winry. Oh my gosh.
All right, after credits.
Kimblee.
Yes, I heard about it from a friend of mine who's working as a nurse at the base of the mountain. She said he was admitted with serious injuries, but after General Raven came to visit, he recovered right away.
Mm-hmm.
Raven and Kimblee.
That's all the information I have for now.
Thanks a lot. Tell me if you hear anything else.
It was really nice seeing you.
that's not much to go on. A bouquet of flowers might help you next time.
I'm better off without her. Thanks anyway.
When one woman leaves you, another may find you. I have a message for you from Olivia and Nita Armstrong. Colonel Roy Mustang, right?
I'll take every flower you have in that cart.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Olivia Armstrong, like MVP of my life.
Yeah.
Like, okay, my one
She's
true
so
pairing.
amazing.
My one true pairing. Erwin and Olivia Armstrong. Just saying. That's my one true pairing.
Or who?
Erwin.
Erwin?
From ART.
Yeah.
And because I feel like she would have an advanced moment.
Yeah.
I feel like,
if she was like going down, I feel like.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like she'd still be
that's
like,
that's my one true pairing now.
Yeah.
Is it Erwin and Olivia? Or Olivia Benson.
Olivia Benson.
I will always think Olivia Benson whenever anyone has a name that's similar to Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so he's already getting his own information, all right, about Kimblee, but then Armstrong's already sending him info.
Yeah.
To let him know what's up. Now, I wonder at what point in time this is. Did she kill Raven already and that's what she's telling him? Or what is...
Yeah. Well, it just seems like there hasn't... I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I was going to say, like, there hasn't been enough time for that, but, like, this was an after credit, so it's like, we don't know when it was.
Exactly. We know it's post-Kimblee going up the mountain.
Yes.
But we don't know when in time, like, what was sent, or was it as soon as she found out about all the info, down under the tunnel?
Yeah.
Because when they went up, that's when Kimblee was there, so did she, like, immediately be like, hey... I found out all this stuff. Kimblee's here.
Right. See, like, well, she's, like, communicating with him, but she said that she didn't like him. Yeah.
Well,
was that just, like, a front?
She didn't necessarily say she didn't like him. She just said...
It's competition.
Yeah. I get that. I thought it was going to be, like, a scorn lover thing. Like, they had already... Mustang seems like the type to, like, have picked up the ladies over his
I thought
career.
about that just because the way the lady, like, was like, one lady leaves, we'll find another one, whatever she said. I felt like maybe she... Well, even whenever she made that comment about, like, the competition, Olivier, she was like... I don't know. It kind of seemed like it was kind of like she was bitter because she had a crush on him or something. But I didn't say anything because, like, not everything can be about having crushes on people. So.
Call yourself an Uber. I got somewhere to be.
Call yourself Uber.
I feel like it might have been that type of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Super amazing. A lot of stuff happened. What was the thing in the tunnel? Was it Pride? Because also they Raven made mention of Pride telling Sloth what to do, so Pride being in the tunnel makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I am curious, however, because you mentioned this, we both said it seemed like lust, and you said, well, there could be another one. Why haven't we had another one? If he was going to rebuild Gluttony,
yeah,
maybe it's because they lost the stone that was lust. Like with greed, he drank it back in.
Yeah.
With gluttony, he still had the stone.
But
lust, they lost
gone.
that one. Yeah. Right?
I don't remember her stone. Where did her stone go?
Because when they destroyed her, it
she
just shattered,
like,
right?
Yeah, like every bit of her, like just
shattered.
Yeah.
To dust. So I'm assuming maybe I wouldn't think that would stop him from being able to just make another one.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Because he melted greed.
Yeah, like where was Greed's?
Well, he melted him and then drank the...
Oh yeah, because he had like that little weird... Yeah. That's weird.
I don't know. But it would be cool if he rebuilt Lust, because Lust was a cool character who went out too soon, in my opinion.
I know. I liked Lust. Her death scene was really hard on me.
Well,
like, even though she was,
it was
like...
graphic.
Well, yeah. And, like,
And
even though she was a bad person, like,
feel sorry for her,
she was screaming
because of how graphic it was. Like, it was
so terrible.
It was more than Sloth. Like, Sloth I felt bad for because, much like Gluttony, they just seem like dumb characters that are innocent. You know, normally when you think of people that they're just beyond understanding their capability of evil or whatever, so you're like, you feel sorry for him because it's more of a situational thing. But, like, Gluttony, after he did the thing with the eye and eating people, I'm like, all right, I see him as a little more evil now, like, inherently evil. Yeah. But, like, Sloth just seems like a big, dumb truck.
Yeah, though he's like, I'm still sleepy.
Yeah, and you get what I'm saying?
You know, pride told you what to do, or whatever. Yeah. He's like, oh, like, it just is like a teenager with bad parents that make him do bad things. You know, it's like, I mean, so, like, I get that, but at the same time, it's like, he's gotta die. Like, he's doing bad things, you know? If that same teenager ends up killing somebody, he still's got to go to jail.
But all he's doing is digging. He's not really doing anything bad.
I mean, yeah.
But do you get what I'm saying? Like, the only reason the whole fight went down is because he accidentally broke into
Briggs. That is true,
Briggs.
because it's not like he went in there and just started trying to eat people.
Yeah, like, they were shooting him with tanks and freaking going ham on him.
And he was just walking, yeah. He threw stuff at them, but...
Because they were shooting him with tanks and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like he threw that pipe before they started shooting at him, but I don't remember.
He was getting it out of his way.
But he threw it at the brothers.
He didn't necessarily throw it at them. I think he just threw it in whatever direction. It's not like he went specifically to, like, attack them. You know what I mean? There was not a direct intent to harm.
Yeah.
That's why I struggle a lot.
True.
Whenever we talk about good and bad, that's why I struggle a lot with gray characters, because as much as you're, like, supposed to be ingrained to hate them, it's like sometimes I understand and attach to the characters that are in the darker spectrum, the more evil or on the opposite side of good, not necessarily evil, but just in the wrong circumstance. Because it's like those characters normally have a much deeper backstory of, like, how they are the way they are or what they became. Or the same thing as I really find it interesting when you watch, like, serial killer documentaries and stuff, to just, like, hear about their stories, their lives. Like, it's just this weird, you know, like, these circumstantial things that happen. There's people that I believe are just born naturally evil, just like there was no reason to be the way they were.
And then there's stuff like Snapped, where it's like stuff happened to, like, make them snap.
That's
you know?
what I'm saying. So I always find those characters really interesting. That's why I really enjoy a show that has really rich backstories or a great diversity of villain characters or opposition characters.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm really enjoying about this show, but, you know, My Hero, we just got introduced to a ton of villains.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
Handy Andy and his crew.
Handy Andy and his crew. But also, that's what made me think of who I'm going to say right now, I believe is Pride. Reminds me of the Void character from that show as well.
Yeah. I mean, whenever we first saw it, I was like, that must be Pride, because it's weird, and it's the only one we haven't seen. But then it did the lust finger thing. And then it didn't talk.
Don't Google that. Don't Google lust finger thing. I probably will after this just to see if it's something.
Oh yeah,
but don't
that's
do that.
why. But because so, like, it's very well, like, I like in the fact, like what you said, like Pride's been giving him orders. Pride would be in the tunnel with him, kind of thing.
It has,
so
like,
it
truth
makes
eyeballs
sense.
too.
It makes sense that it's Pride. But the way it did the lust finger thing makes me like think
lust finger thing.
Makes me think like, oh hey, that's lust in a different form, or they were just created similarly. Like,
well, it's kind of like Gluttony and Sloth.
Sloth, yeah. Yep.
I don't know. Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. This is a little bit of a longer video. Hopefully you enjoyed that.
I know you do.
I like sometimes, you know, to pause and break it down, have our conversations or whatever. Because some people don't like when we have conversations in the middle of the episode. Some people do. So hopefully you're the one that does. Because we have a lot to talk about this time.
And that one part I was like, pause it if you're going to talk. Because, like, I'll have to go back and rewatch. Because I was like, because what you were saying is stuff that I was agreeing with, and so my brain just kind of was like, ooh, and then I don't even remember I don't even know what they said in that cell. It
was just Raven talking to the boys about what was going on, that she was on his side now. Like, it wasn't anything that was like, he was basically getting to the point where he was going to say that they have turned Armstrong. So it wasn't to the point where anything was really being said at that point in time.
Yeah. It's just at that moment my brain was like really like thinking about the person in the tunnel or the thing in the tunnel, and like I just had a lot to say, so that's why I was like, pause.
Well, that's why when you started talking about it again, I was just like, all right, let's just pause it and whatever, because I knew it was on both of our minds. Like, that's the thing is,
sometimes we can talk and like watch and it's totally fine, but then
when
other
it's
times,
something like that, it's just so.
Other
it's not
times
something you
it's
just
like,
say.
Yeah, like if you want to talk about this, you should pause it.
Well, because normally, you know, if something happens or if it's something unexpected or whatever, we can normally just be like, here's a succinct idea of what I thought or what happened. Like, here's just a one sentence comment. Yeah. But when it comes to something like, you know, Hohenheim in the beginning, like, we got so much new information. It was just so different than what we had kind of experienced before. And then we had a brand new character or re-envisionment of a previous character, if it does turn out to be a Lust remake, but I doubt that. You know, it's just too much to just be like, hey, comment. You know what I mean? Like, and then, honestly, when something big like that happens, and we just had it with Death Note, too, like I was saying, all our shows are popping right now, is I can't be active with the I can't be actively paying attention to what they're saying anyway, because my mind is just like going with all the information we just got, and I'm like processing. So if I don't just spit it out, then that's all I'll be thinking about. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's why we get some people that love that we talk while it's going on, because it's a reaction video. It's not like the first time people are watching it. Yeah, but other people get really triggered. But the thing is, if I don't just say something right away, and I think maybe I'll start taking notes, but I think that would take away from what I'm doing too, because I'm sitting here writing notes.
I'm a really bad note taker.
But if I don't just put it out as I'm thinking, I'll forget about it. You know what I mean? And or I'll just like, you know, feel like it's not relevant later, and then maybe it was something. Because there's sometimes now I'll bite my tongue because I'm like, oh, people complain if we talk too much, and then it'll happen. Or, you know, something along those lines. I'm like, man, I wish I would have said that.
There's a lot of times, too, because people can be pretty savage if we're wrong. And, like, I have theories, and I'm just so afraid to say them because people, like, you know, get mad at me for being wrong or stupid or whatever.
I just do it more for myself, to be like, hey, did I figure out, like, a cool plot point of the story? You know, it's cool. Like, for literally, for y'all to see where we're at.
Yeah, and like, literally, Attack on Titan, whenever I said that Titan is Eren, you know, before we knew it was, hopefully that's not spoiling anybody, but...
Spoiler alert after the fact. You're good at those after the fact spoilers.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But I was like...
It happens really early in the show. So.
After I, like, said that, I literally was talking to Dashi, like, one of our mods that night, and I was like, I feel so stupid for saying that, like, people are gonna think that's the dumbest thing ever. And of course she was like, you know, not gonna spoil me and everything, but like, it was just kind of like, I felt dumb. Like, I felt like it was, in this episode, or the last episode.
Last 2 episodes ago. Yeah. You said it, and then the next episode it came true.
Yeah, and I was like,
I don't know. The other thing too about giving our theories is, like, a lot of times we'll nail it. You know what I mean? Not a lot of times, but like more than not.
Yeah,
you know,
when we do nail it, like that train track thing, people are gonna think
people are like, "Oh, you spoiled it. You watched it, like all this."
Somebody
and that.
put in the comments the other day.
The last thing, there are so many shows that I have absolutely waited forever to watch. A lot of them are live action. I'm super nerdy. Check the background. I haven't watched Daredevil. I haven't watched Punisher. I haven't watched The Defenders, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like The Flash, Green Arrow. Like, there's so many shows I want to get to and watch our live action. We would not be rewatching shows. Well, I can't say that because Doctor Who we're going to rewatch, but you've never seen that.
But I've never seen it. Yeah.
And I'm like, it just makes me mad when people say that.
Well, there was someone in the comments just the other day that's like, the girl has watched this already, and I'm just like, I've never watched any of this.
You've seen even less than I have of any anime ever.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. Like, people want to watch Cowboy Bebop, and, like, I don't remember any of the show. I know I've watched, like, 1 or 2 episodes in my life. Couldn't tell you the name of any of the characters, what it is or whatever, but I know at some point I've probably seen something. Bleach, I've seen a couple eps, but, like, all that you've never seen. Dragon Ball, I've seen quite a few of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I don't really know the overarching story, but you haven't seen any of it.
We watched a couple of Abridged.
Yeah. But I'm like, there's these different shows that I would love to do reactions to, but it's like Rick and Morty. I had seen some of those, and other ones we didn't. And
even like as a young child, I never watched even cartoons. Yeah. Like, I always was more drawn to live action things. And so, like, for me to be as into anime right now as I am is just like
shocking to me too.
It's a huge deal. Like,
I feel like we've just turned into venting.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, this is like our podcast for the week.
Yeah, I feel like we just turned into venting now.
I think you should put, like, whenever you're editing, like, a little, like, title, though, like, clip in there that says, like, caution, AOT spoiler ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel really bad for spoiling that. If anybody's watching this, that,
hasn't seen it.
Anyway.
Well, if you're watching the full version, you're on our Patreon, so you probably should have already watched it. I'm just saying. But anyway, let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Like it if you did. Some of you know. Shout out to our patrons, talking about them. Watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your support. You really don't know how much it means to us. We'll be back with more videos soon. I can't wait to watch the next episode of FMAB. Hopefully you'll be there with us. We love you guys.
Bye.
50-minute plus video.
Actually, freaking finishing this video now.